Hi, everybody. Okay, it's St. Patrick's Day, and it's been a very, very, very long time in between craft videos. And as I said, I'm going to not put this on. It's a holiday, but I can't put it on the holiday channel because I can only see so much and do so much to get things done. So I'm going to try something I've seen on a couple of Facebook pop-up video things and stuff. Maybe even on YouTube as well before, but I'm not sure. You know, I can barely see anything anymore, so we're going to make do today. Now, these are 4x6 plastic for like frames, and for replacing the glass or whatever. And so St. Patrick's Day's got to have something done for it, even though I missed Valentine's. So what we have here is a stencil with many different little forms to it. In order to see it better, I have some black 5x7s, and that way you can see these. I hope I'm in frame. Now I'm in frame. Ha! Yes, you do see some oximeters. I just bought one. This one here cost me almost $70 at the medical supply house. This one here cost me, I think, 10 or 15 on Temu. It works beautifully. It is rechargeable. This one here needs batteries. And they go quickly because I have to use the oximeter a lot when I'm up and walking around, because I have to keep an eye on where my oxygen levels are. And they drop like that, like a rock. So like I said before, I'm never going to be off of oxygen. So my life expectancy isn't much anymore, but as long as I feel like I'm still human, I'm going to go for things. Let's see what I am before I start this. 94, so that's 94% oxygen, as in clean oxygen, pure oxygen. And my heart rate is at 66 beats per minute. This one, I don't know if you can see that, but it actually has kind of, I don't know, a tracer for your heart. I don't know what good it does at all. I don't know what the PI percentage is for this, or the RR. I think it's respirations, I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm going to put this one away now, and let's get to this. One moment, I got to get something so that I can see where this plastic is. And I'm sorry, but I'm on a little rolling table right now. I'll be right back. Oops, almost. Okay. So, of course, St. Patrick's is all about the green, but right now, I want to get an outline on this. I have to turn it over. And in order to do what I want to do, as you can tell, there's a piece I'm trying to push down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, seriously. There we go. It's just a pull off, but it gets stuck. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the pen sideways after I get it going. There we go. I know it didn't want to go sideways. Now if this doesn't work, because I've not tried this before, and it's an acrylic sheet, and of course lots of things beat up on a smooth surface like that, I will try a different approach. And I'm hoping it's not going under. If it does, I'll have to just deal with it. So let's get back down here. My fingernails getting caught up in everything. And I'm getting really warm in my room here. We're starting to get back into the hot days. It's going basically from 50 degrees to 80 degrees within one day. So we did have for our winter, which may or may not be over. I think 4 days of snow with not a whole lot of production. Sorry, I have the hiccups too. I get that a lot. And yes, I do go quiet a lot because conserving oxygen, you know. And that's going under, I can see it. So, as it's going under, that's really terrible. And I only saw it because it looked like water moving underneath the plastic. So let's try to wipe that off. I'm going to not shake you around and pause you. I'm just trying to get... Alright, sorry about all the shaking you around. Please forgive me for that. Excuse the frog as well. Alright, we're going to try this one more time in a different way. The only thing I could tell about all of that was it was not going the way I wanted it to. Alright, these are daubing sponges. Think bingo, you can use those for bingo cards. Anyway, I want it just a certain way. Get it set up. Okay, so I have these metallic paints. We're going to give that a try. Wow, this one's rising up like it wants to just burst out. Now, because these are metallic, the white is pearlesque, which means they are all pearlesque, which makes them look metallic. So let's try getting the first part done, which is basically just putting the smallest amount on here and patting up and down on it. Boy, that stuff stinks. Guess I'm going to need a lot more. It is absorbing into the sponge, of course. It's amazing how stinky some things can be that you never knew were until you're on straight oxygen, huh? I have a humidifier in my room and I have an air purifier in my room so that I can breathe in the cleanest air possible. And you just daub because you don't want to push it underneath. I don't know why I'm explaining most of this. I mean, it's obvious what I'm doing. And it's not like other people haven't done the same thing and explained it. So, you know, gosh darn it. I have been going through all my things and setting aside what my children will get and what a couple of friends will get, and it's kind of cathartic to do that. It's me setting things right with myself about what's due to come. Something just bleeped or bleeped. I don't know what, but had some things I have to return to Temu. And then, of course, my printer decided to not want to print out properly, and so I ended up having to purchase another printer so that I could get those items sent back, because they are the oxygen concentrators that I bought off of Temu, and which are actually able to kill you, because they do not specify that these do not give you the full amount of oxygen you're supposed to get. So say if I set it at 2 liters, then it's at 90%. If I set it at 7 liters, then it's only at 30% oxygen purity. So yeah, I could die very quickly trying to hook up to something like that, and decided, well, yeah, I bought 3 of them because I was looking for a travel one so that I didn't have to, you know, rely on the oxygen tanks that only last so long. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. I did buy the oxygen concentrator I got from the medical supply place here, and it cost $400 and something because it was used, but it is in perfect condition. They go through rigorous testing here and do not get approved for sale until the testing is done. All right, that's the white. Ready, aim. Well, it's not as great as I'd hoped, but it's good enough. It has to be, because I'm too blind to see enough to do it. This one here has got a little bit of stuff still stuck in it that won't allow the pattern to show. Hope I'm not pulling something I shouldn't off. Yes, I am trying to let this dry. Excuse my froggy throat. Now, I stuck my thumb in it. My husband said I should put this clover on there too, so I'm going to. Now, if you want to know the difference between a clover and a shamrock, there isn't really much other than one has 4 petals, which is a 4-leaf clover, and then that's the shamrock in all actuality, and then the clovers are normally just 3 leaves. Okay, let me wipe this off my fingers. And then position the other. But I should let that dry first. So I'm going to let that dry first. And I'm going to let it dry on this too. It's acrylics. It should, you know, work out fine. I will say this. Going back to trying to craft, I am finding out it is a little bit more difficult in not smoking. I have been smoke-free since the 7th. And today is now the 17th. So I am now 10 days free of cigarettes. And I will say, yes, sometimes it's a struggle. But for those of you who are trying to quit smoking, let me tell you there are certain foods that also contain nicotine. Celery is one of those. And since I stopped smoking, celery has been my absolute bestest buddy and lifelong pal. I get the nicotine from it, and it's so low, it does not really stay in your system long. So I get my fix, so to speak, and I get a healthy food at the same time. So there are other foods, other vegetables and stuff that, like potatoes and yams and things like that, that belong in the nightshade family. And then there are things like cauliflower and tomato that also have nicotine in them. And so, yes, there are ways to quit smoking without a lot of drugs. I do have a patch on. It is only the 14 milligram, and it has helped. I have had it on for, well, been using them because you use one per day. And with the one I have on and these, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what I've used up of the 14 milligram. Now it's a 2-week course. I don't think I'm going to have to go the full 2 weeks. Okay, let's see. Is this dry enough? Please say yes. Looks like. Alright, so the next one, this guy here, I know if I put that on there, it's gonna, this one will be easier to do because I don't need to worry about anything but these little shading spaces and of course the stem. So we all know that shamrocks are green. Some actually come with the blue hue to them. Whoa, that one's just pouring right on out of there. Okay. You can see it was already starting to volcano out of that. Okay, so got that in. Now I do not want it the same color as this one. So we're going to add a little white. To lighten it up. Then I want a little yellow. Okay, that color I can see a little bit of. And yes, every once in a while I get a floater that dances in front of what vision I have left. And yeah, it kind of messes with me, but you know, life is what it is, what it is. I was asked in the hospital by one of the nurses why I wasn't taking the news of my bad heart badly. And I told her, everybody dies. It's just a matter of when and how. And I know that I screwed up my life pretty badly by smoking from a young age. So, be accountable for what you did to your life. Don't pretend like you didn't have anything to do with it just because you didn't know the dangers right off the bat, because that information was not available to you at that time. Once the information became available, that was your time to quit doing what you were doing. So, yes, please be accountable for yourselves. I will admit, I was one of the people that wanted very much to be part of the group at one point in my life. But that group was my mother's group, her canasta group and pinochle group. And, I liked that kind of friendship they had. And I also will admit that there were times when her cigarette smelled so good. And that was when I was well under 10 years of age. Well, I didn't get all... Well, of course I didn't get it all, because there's the shadowing effects. Hey, boy. So let's see what we got there. Okay. Now, I did put a lot down there. I know I did. But I'm going to be using this one again. I just have to use it with a darker green now. So let's get this out of the way before it kind of messes everything up. But yes, crafting, because I smoked and crafted at the same time, used to. Then I stopped smoking and crafting at the same time. But I would get up and, pause things and go have one anyway and all that crap. And it wasn't good for me. And I'm just thankful I had already started stepping down before this hospital trip hit, because I'm sure I would have been really much worse off trying to back down from 2 packs a day to nothing. And yes, my triggers for smoking has been after meals and okay, turn your ears, the bathroom, and all of that. Waking up in the morning, and that was my way of waking up, because I can't have caffeine. And boy, would I really like to have some of the things I used to enjoy, like Pepsi. I can't drink that anymore, so I'm on to 7-Up. It's only got 2% sodium in it, but it does have a lot of carbs in it. I got hiccups. Total sugars is 54 gram. Including 54 grams of added sugars. So 108 grams of sugar a day. If I drink one a day, I usually drink half. Trying to see that one number, it's kind of floating in and out. Total carbs, the 54 gram sugar is 20. But potassium, the sodium, both are 2%. The sodium's a bad thing. The potassium is a good thing. So, even though I was on mostly a salt-free diet before, I'm even more so now. I love beef jerky. And I was using that as an alternative to having food. It was my snack for when like dinner was late or lunch or whatever. Okay, that's almost dry. All right, now, but yeah, you know, there were some things that I enjoyed. I did enjoy smoking as well. I did. But enjoying smoking, oops, somehow I did that wrong. Ha ha. Enjoying smoking, it was more of something that was mine for me to do. And my last vice, I gave up everything else, drinking everything. And so, yeah, it was my last vice. And I do miss it. I miss it terribly. Stupid, I know, but not a whole lot I can do about it. Bad enough on the lungs, but the congestive heart failure came in and all that crap. So, you know. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot to do this. I need some gold. Why do I need gold? Well, I need gold because we need some lucky coins. Well, I guess that looks kind of like enough. Right? Okay. Now we're going to let those dry. Oh my gosh. So I guess I'll pause you again and bring you back after that part's dry. Gosh, I wish I could see this better. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let's see how badly I can do this. Gonna get this out of the way. Decided to use the brush instead. Alright, only thing left to do now is let it all completely dry and come back and see what it looks like. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, it's all dry. I did drop it on the floor. You'll see some little marks here and there where I did that. So we'll probably see the other side, through the other side. But I'm not going to do anything about turning this over just yet. I'm going to try to find the edge of the plastic covering on the other side. Okay, peeling that off. Okay, I guess we're ready. Okay. I'll try to bring it up a little bit, but my camera's pretty close, I think. Okay, that's it, folks. I hope you had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and, you know, keep shining your light. Love y'all. And what is it? Let me see if I can remember this.